Okay, let's go through and take a look at the changes I've made. You tell me, is it a modification or an accessory? Send me a note. Tell me what you think. I do have my notes here, and by the way, before we begin, I'm going to preface this by saying once you start down this road, you need to be very careful because it seems like it's never ending and it can involve some expense. And you also don't want to take the motorcycle too far off of its character because it comes right out of the factory with a wonderful degree of kit, I'll say, and you could ride it and enjoy it very successfully for many years and literally never touch it. But I am a tinker, a shade tree garage mechanic by inclination, so I've done these things over time. Here is the list. Oh my goodness. And as I say, do that carefully because when you start adding it up and taking a look at that, you begin to think, oh my gosh. So, by the way, I have this guy watching machine. This is Rocket Squirrel. He is one fast squirrel. So we're going to put him out of the way for a minute. We'll get him over here. We'll put him in the chair. All right. You comfortable there, Rocky? Hope so. All right, let's start at the front of the machine and work our way backward. First item, Puig double bubble windscreen, and it's a dark smoke. People have asked if that interferes with vision or anything like that. It does not. It does add a little extra wind protection, does deflect the wind a little higher over you. Be warned, still at freeway speeds, you will experience buffeting. These are called naked machines because you sit upright and you're right where the whole world can see you. Next item to mention is from Moto Composites. That is a front fender, fits very well. You do have to do some drilling to install this, but it does fit very well. And I think this machine with the tasteful addition, I hope you agree it's tasteful, of some gloss carbon fiber looks very good. The AFI Racing Reservoir sock, I know that adds some speed. The AFI Racing Reservoir cover, the SP Connect telephone mount. I really do recommend this. Go to SP Connect. This telephone mount is so easy. It's just this way, quarter turn, and it's on. I've never had an issue with it coming off, by the way. It works just fine. One thing I found out almost by accident is that at least beginning in 2017, Aprilia shipped these motorcycles with a power takeoff behind the front fascia here. All you need to do is buy from actually Vespa. These are, I believe they're Vespa parts. But anyway, you just have to drill the fascia, locate the power takeoff, plug into the other side of it, and you've got yourself a USB port, ladies and gentlemen. Very convenient to have. The SP Connect. So I have a really short wire. I'll show you. I'll go get it in a moment, show it to you. I have a really short wire that connects to the phone and keeps the phone charged throughout the ride. Never had a problem with excess battery drain whatsoever, and really convenient to have that there. So moving our way back, I did mount these side gloss. There's one on either side gloss carbon fiber strips. Again, I'm going to say I think the bike does benefit from those very nicely. These I got from eBay, and I'm not going to name the name of the company. Maybe I got a different kind of pair, but the fit is a little off. I had to do a fair amount of work to get this to fit. I had to cut and drill a little bit to get it on there and fit right. So not going to recommend them. Here I'm sure would be what this gentleman would have described as an accessory, just a colored oil fill cap on the side of the motorcycle. I purchased from Moto Composites 2 carbon fiber kick plates. really nice. I did a little video of the installation of those, and you can take a look. I also installed some drop pegs. Now, a rider of my vintage, normally these pegs would be up by about an inch or so, and that doesn't seem like a lot. But a rider of my vintage really can use a little bit more leg room. If I have a fatigue point, it is where these pegs are and putting me in that rider triangle. So I installed these. They are both folding, and really happy with them. This is latest modification I've done. So I'm going to call this a modification because Adam removes something and puts something new on. You'll notice the Akrapovic exhaust. That is the system, and I had the flash done at the same time and love it. Gosh, it would be hard for me to recommend another exhaust. I have a very narrow experience base, of course, which is just the Akrapovic, but really do like it. I also got the carbon fiber Akrapovic exhaust hanger and installed that at the same time. I also installed the block-off plates for the passenger foot pegs because really I don't think these machines, I think it's going to be the rare individual that rides with a pillion on these machines. I certainly didn't see the need to keep it. There is a rear fender, call it a hugger. I don't know why we call it a hugger as opposed to a fender, but that's the nomenclature. Also in gloss carbon fiber, again from Moto Composites, very easily put on. And again, no trim, no outstanding work involved to get that on. That was quite easy. I got these AFI racing spools so that I can get the bike up on the jack stands. By the way, really recommend this Constand bicycle jack here. This thing is really good. It allows you to move the bike around very easily. I also, and I've talked about this in the past, I got this from Twisted Throttle, this license holder, little, I don't know what you would call it, glove compartment, whatever, back here. But this is where I keep my ownership papers and in proof of insurance, which you need in California to ride. And it's just so convenient because there is no other storage on this machine. You can also carry a couple extra batteries there if you're a moto vlogger. Really handy, and they make them for a variety of motorcycles. The other thing I've done is installed the, I can't remember the name of the tail tidy now. What is the name of that tail tidy? Is the, I have to come back to that. Tail tidy, where are you? Moto Dynamics. This is a Moto Dynamics tail tidy. Goes in very nicely. I fought doing this for a couple of years, but I'm glad I did because I think it does make the machine look a lot nicer. And also the Moto Dynamics smoked sequential turn signals, which look pretty cool when you turn them on. If you look through my videos, you'll see where I installed that. I shared that installation. The thing that makes the Moto Dynamics nice is that there is no splicing required for those wires. You do get a lot of wire there. I was very tempted to cut them down a little bit and make them a lot more compact to go into the machine, but if you step back, I think it looks very nice with that tail tidy. So I went over to the dark side and did get the tail tidy. Just a couple of items left for your patience. One is this TWM Fuel Cap, and really recommend these, particularly in California. We have a thing called a vapor recovery requirement, and with the standard tip-up gas filler cap, it gets to be a real pain to try to get the gas in the machine. You generally have to hold the thing up by hand to be able to fill it. So this, though, just works like a champ. And you just drop it in, push this in, half turn, and it's in place. Before this, I had a different manufacturer's gas cap. Required a little fob to push it in and take it out, which gave you some measure of protection from somebody perhaps siphoning, opening up your tank and siphoning off gas. But I don't live in an area where that's prevalent, and that's one less thing to carry around. So you can just do that by hand. All right, down to the final thing to mention. I did put some stickers on it. I got these stickers from the Sticker Man. They say Tuono V4. Might be a little easier to see them on the back of the machine here. I think these look pretty cool. Tuono V4. I got them in green. I think they look pretty nice with the machine. I did purchase from Aprilia their Bluetooth communication device that goes in under the side rail and allows you to connect with the machine. And as you have that connected, it will track your riding parameters, average speed, distance traveled, lean angles over a period of time. I was very excited to do that. And when I got that in, I thought, this is really cool. And from that day, for about 6 months, I tracked every ride, and I was just really into it all. I must say, it's a little bit of a gimmick at the end of the day. I'm not sure I'd recommend somebody doing that now, but it is on there. Last thing to mention are these CRG carbon fiber levers, adjustable for reach. I typically have to adjust mine in. I don't have the biggest hands. But what happens, and they do come from the factory with an adjustable levers, but as you adjust with their particular method, it also adjusts the bite point, and you run out of lever travel. So these are much appreciated and much superior. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a 2017 Aprilia Tuono factory My Ownership Experience. Last question to answer. Would I buy this again? Absolutely. I totally buy this again. This has been a great machine, great ownership experience, and I would recommend this motorcycle to anybody who loves the sport, loves riding, and anyone in particular who likes the sound of a motor. Thank you for watching. Good luck to you.